Hi everyone, so we're revisiting a stitch that we've already done a few times. We're going back to the double moss stitch this week in the French Navy, and it's beginning to show to me that my tension is changing quite dramatically, and what I'm finding is that everything I knit is now slightly smaller than 15 centimetres, and every part of me says, well, you should try knitting a sample square, but the other part of me just says, it can't be bothered, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. But I do need to try and keep it all a little bit unified, otherwise I'm going to struggle when I start sewing it all together at the end. So this was the last double moss stitch I did. It was fraught with mistakes and was a little bit annoying in times, but I did like that pattern. It changed a little bit here, I don't know why, but anyway, I'm just going to once again put that down to experience. But then the one that I've knitted this week, and I've already completed it, did exactly the same number of stitches, is actually a lot smaller. So I haven't actually tried this yet, but what I'm going to try and do is block my knitting, which is where you pin it to a surface and then spray it. Now, the only reason why I haven't done this recently, or even tried it actually on my squares, is because I haven't had a corkboard. I just thought I'd need a corkboard or to put the needles into. But then it suddenly struck me the other day as I bought my daughter's shoes for school that I could use the top of a shoebox. So what I've done is I've marked out the size that the square should be. The outside lines are 15 centimetres. And actually what I'm finding is that most of my squares that are okay, this was my last moss stitch, are about 14 by 14. And actually this is going to be quite a handy little thing for me to keep, because I can work out how much I'm going to need to stretch my squares, or how much I'm going to need to reduce them by when I redo. So what I've started to do is I've started to pin it out along the bottom, and it's ever so simple. All you do is you just get a pin and you just stretch it to the size that you need. If I can get hold of the pin. So you have to put quite a few pins in. You think you've got enough, and then when you start the stretching side of things, then what happens is it all starts to pull and it all looks really awful. So you do this all around the side. Here's me, I sound like I know what I'm doing. I really am just learning along with you all. But this seems to be working, and it means that these are protected by the lip of the box, which is great because I have children who like to touch things all the time. So I'm going to just finish this bit here, and then what you do, I'm told, is you then get your spray, and what you do is you just literally spray it. I'm hoping that this is water in here. I hope I haven't put weed killer in here at any point. I don't think I have, so I'm just going to, no, I think it's okay. So I'm just going to spray it like that, and then I'll finish stretching it to the size, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that, and I'll show you in another video whether I think it's worked or not. I don't know if anyone else has tried this yet, but give it a go, because it seems hopefully to help us with our endeavouring to get the squares the right size. I've decided that basically my squares are now not 15 centimetres. Some of them are, like the first one I ever did is about 20 centimetres. Check that out, I could make a jumper out of that. So I'm going to have to redo that one. But the rest of them are about 14. So I'm going to try this blocking situation, and I'll get back to you on how that goes. But this double moss stitch, it's all fine. Once again, I've made a mistake, but the good thing is this one's in blue, so you just don't notice unless the light's on it. So have a go at this, and I'll see you in the next video.